Yan, so for our module, we're going to discuss about moral dilemmas. So, for the definition, so various authors presented their respective definition of moral dilemma, ethical dilemma, and these are the following. So, in the definition of Calness, 2019, so moral dilemmas is a situation in which a decision maker must give preference to one moral principle over another. So dilemmas occur when confronted with a challenging situation. So an example, equal treatment for some versus job protection for others. So two or more of that kind of values is review the understanding decision maker, or when one assesses the moral option of another. So a person experienced with a dilemma must decide whether the moral duty will be given priority or whatever action is taken will offend an important moral value. So, ibig sabihin daw, according to Calnes, so meron kang situation in which yung inyong magiging decision is kumbaga parang, whatever yung magiging, choice niyo doon or kung ano yung mapipili niyo dun sa option will offend an important moral value. So, either of halimbawa may dalawa kayong option, either of those two yung piliin ninyo may magandang may hindi magandang result, okay. And in addition daw, on that, a moral dilemma may arise as a result of prior a personal mistake. So 'pag, minsan ay yung parang lalo tayong napapahamak, ano, dun sa ating mga ginagawang mga problema. So ang tawag dun is self-inflicted dilemma. So meron din tayo later on na, discussion about diyan sa video na ipe-present ko sa inyo. So, in a strict sense, a moral dilemma is a situation in which moral values are of equal importance. So, in a broader sense, there may be moral dilemmas in which a person has strong moral reasons for acting, which are described to be as remarkable. So, nonetheless, not equally strong moral reasons for acting in another way. And according naman kina Cure et Albin, so ang definition daw ng moral dilemma is a situation in which people assume that they should morally do one thing and that they should morally do another thing and occasionally a third thing or even a fourth thing, but they're not doing any of these mutually contradictory choices together. Yan, so ibig sabihin daw parang when facing a dilemma usually hindi lang siya yung parang hindi lang isa or dalawa yung inyong i-consider with respect dun sa magiging decision niyo sa situation na kinakaharap niyo. Gano'n. And then for ethical dilemma or moral dilemma as expounded by Figure or Dordevic is a situation whereby a person has to make a decision. So among competing alternative which is the right alternative and which is the best. So hindi lagi yung ating nagiging solution is always the right thing to do. Dahil minsan yun din yung mga best thing to do. I mean, yung ating mga nagiging answers for some problem is always the best. But minsan hindi siya yung uh, right thing or right option for us. Yeah, so yun yung mga cases or yung mga kailangan natin tapin when we are facing a moral dilemma. Yeah. Pero ano yung ulitin din? Ayan, sige. Yeah. So then every human being experiences struggling to make a decision, especially if there is an urgency to make a choice. So weighing what is good and moral and thinking which is the best between and among choices and perhaps at stake or in a hot seat when choosing. So the choice may be favorable to some, however, not favorable to others. Kaya dyan natin makikita na kumbaga pag tayo ay nag-decide, when we are facing a moral dilemma nga, usually hindi lahat natin mapi-please. Especially kung meron tayong kung may choices tayo diyan na kailangang, kung alam natin na parang yung isa, hindi mabibigyan ng pabor and then yung isa naman parang dun yung pabor ano, ayan. So, it gives individual stress of judging as to whether the decision is good or not in prevailing circumstances. So moral dilemma or ethical dilemma applies to our personal life, in a job, in a profession, education, and some others. So in any decision, an individual must analyze every aspect, scrutinize the pros and cons, and after several evaluation, then finally decide. So yun yung mga kailangan nating i-consider when we are going to choose whatever decision we're going to make. And since the most challenging part nonetheless makes an individual more mature in handling obstinate situations. So of course, after nung ating yun, makukuha tayo ng mga final decision. And from there, since in-experience natin yung mga ganong situation, matututo tayo na kumbaga yun yung mga life experiences natin. After natin maka-encounter ng mga ganyang mahihirap na decision sa buhay. Ano, and then yan, and to sum it up, yan, so ibig sabihin doon ng ating mga moral dilemmas is making an option to one more value over the other. A situation where moral values are equally significant, so medyo mahirap mag-ano talaga 'pag mga you're facing moral, dilemmas. Mahirap siyang makahanap ng solution, gano'n. And then a scenario where a person has a strong moral reason in action but not equally strong moral reason in acting in another way. So a state where a person should morally do one, two, or more and have difficulty in deciding any of those conflicting choices. Yeah, so yun yung kanina. Ayan, so para mas maintindihan po natin kung ano yung mga moral dilemmas, meron tayo ditong video clips na i-di-discuss sa'tin kung ano ba talaga yung mga moral dilemmas and also yung kanyang mga examples. Um, yeah, okey. Pasabi na ng pagti-goods yung ano, yung audio. Wait for me, guys. Nagutom pa nga din. Charis. Yes.
Hello, Flow
Ayan.
Notes friends. Welcome back for
Narinig
another
mo
whiteboard
ba?
discussion that is intended to help you in understanding the key concepts in
Okey.
philosophy in an incredibly easy way. And so today, we will address an important question in ethics. What are moral dilemmas? First of all, let us define the term dilemma before we discuss the nature and dynamics of moral dilemmas. A dilemma is a situation where a person is forced to choose between two or more conflicting options, neither of which is acceptable. As we can see, the key here is that the person has choices to make that will all have results she does not want. For example, a town mayor faces a dilemma about how to protect and preserve a virgin forest and at the same time allow miners and loggers for economic development in the town. It must be noted, however, that if a person is in a difficult situation but is not forced to choose between two or more options, then that person is not in a dilemma. The least that we can say is that that person is just experiencing a problematic or distressful situation. Thus, the most logical thing to do for that person is to look for alternatives or solutions to address the problem. When dilemmas involve human actions which have moral implications, they are called ethical or moral dilemmas. Moral dilemmas, therefore, are situations where persons, who are called moral agents in ethics, are forced to choose between two or more conflicting options, but neither of which resolves the situation in a morally acceptable manner. Let's consider this scenario as an example. Lindsay is a deeply religious person, hence, she considers killing humans absolutely wrong. Unfortunately, it is found out that Lindsay is having an ectopic pregnancy. As is well known, an ectopic pregnancy is a type of pregnancy that occurs outside the uterus, most commonly in the fallopian tubes. In other words, in ectopic pregnancy, the fetus does not develop in the uterus. Now, if this happens, the development of the fetus will definitely endanger the mother. Thus, if Lindsay continues with her pregnancy, then there is a big possibility that she will die. According to experts, the best way to save Lindsay's life is to abort the fetus, which necessarily implies killing the fetus. If we do not abort the fetus, then Lindsay, as well as the fetus, will die. In this example of a moral dilemma, Lindsay is faced with two conflicting options, namely, either she resorts to abortion, which will save her life, but at the same time jeopardizes her moral integrity, or does not resort to abortion but endangers her life as well as the fetus. Indeed, Lindsay is faced with a huge moral dilemma. According to Karen Allen, there are three conditions that must be present for situations to be considered moral dilemmas. First, the person or the agent of a moral action is obliged to make a decision about which course of action is best. Here, the moral agent must choose the best option and act accordingly. In Lindsay's case, she may opt to abort the fetus as the best course of action. Second, there must be different courses of action to choose from. Hence, as already pointed out, there must be two or more conflicting options to choose from for moral dilemmas to occur. And third, no matter what course of action is taken, some moral principles are always compromised. This means that, according to Allen, there is no perfect solution to the problem. And for this reason, according to Benjamin Labastine, in moral dilemmas, the moral agent seems fated to commit something wrong, which implies that she is bound to morally fail, because in one way or another she will fail to do something which she ought to do. In other words, by choosing one of the possible moral requirements, the person also fails on others. Now, let's proceed to the different types of moral dilemmas. There are several types of moral dilemmas, but the most common of them are categorized into the following. First, epistemic and ontological dilemmas. Second, self imposed and world imposed dilemmas. Third, obligation dilemmas and prohibition dilemmas. And fourth, single agent and multi person dilemmas. Epistemic moral dilemmas involve situations wherein two or more moral requirements conflict with each other, and that the moral agent hardly knows which of the conflicting moral requirements takes precedence over the other. In other words, the moral agent here does not know which option is morally right or wrong. For instance, I ought to honor my promise to my son to be home early, but on my way home I saw a sick old man who needs to be brought to the hospital. Where does my actual duty lie? We cannot deny that there are conflicting duties here, but we need to note that we want a fuller knowledge of the situation. Is an important purpose being served by my getting home early? How serious is the condition of the sick old man? Indeed, I could hardly decide which option is morally right in this situation. However, one option must be better than the other. Only it needs fuller knowledge of the situation. Thus the term epistemic moral dilemmas. Ontological moral dilemmas, on the other hand, involve situations wherein two or more moral requirements conflict with each other, yet neither of these conflicting moral requirements overrides each other. This is not to say that The moral agent does not know which moral requirement is stronger than the other. The point is that neither of the moral requirements is stronger than the other. Hence, the moral agent can hardly choose between the conflicting moral requirements. For instance, a military doctor is attending to the needs of the wounded soldiers in the middle of the war. Unfortunately, two soldiers urgently need a blood transfusion. However, only one bag of blood is available at the moment. To whom shall the doctor administer the blood transfusion? For sure, we could not tell whether administering a blood transfusion to soldier A is more moral than administering a blood transfusion to soldier B, and vice versa. Now, let's proceed to the second category of moral dilemmas, that is, self imposed moral dilemma and world imposed moral dilemmas. A self imposed moral dilemma is caused by the moral agent's wrongdoings. For example, David is running for the position of town mayor. During the campaign period, he promised the indigenous peoples in his community to protect their virgin forest just to gain their votes. But at the same time, he seeks financial support from a mining corporation. Fortunately, David won the elections, yet he is faced with the dilemma of fulfilling his promise to the indigenous peoples and at the same time allows the mining corporation to destroy their forest. Indeed, through his own actions, David created a situation in which it is impossible for him to be discharged from both obligations. A world imposed moral dilemma, on the other hand, means that certain events in the world place the agent in a situation of moral conflict. William Styron's famous Sophie's Choice is a classic example. Sophie Tsevitsovska has been asked to choose which of her two children, Eva or Jan, will be sent to the gas chamber in Auschwitz. An SS doctor, Fritz Jemen von Niemand, will grant a dispensation to only one of Sophie's children. If she does not choose which one should live, Dr. von Niemand will send both to their death. Sophie chooses her daughter Eva to go to the gas chamber. Her son Jan is sent to the children's camp. Now, on the third category of moral dilemmas, we have obligation dilemmas and prohibition dilemmas. Obligation dilemmas are situations in which more than one feasible action is obligatory, while prohibition dilemmas involve cases in which all feasible actions are forbidden. The famous Sartre student is a classic example of obligation dilemma. It reads, Sartre uses the anecdote of a former student's moral dilemma during the World War II to illustrate both the limits of making decisions based on a defined moral code and the erroneousness of blaming passions for people's actions. The French student's brother was killed in 1940 by the Germans, but his father nonetheless later abandoned the family to collaborate with the Germans. The student had to choose between staying in France with his mother, who found her only comfort in him, and leaving to fight with the Free French against the German occupation. After realizing he was caught between moral principles, or family and nation, or the obligation to care for his mother and the obligation to avenge his brother's death, he came to Sartre for advice. The philosopher told his student that there was no correct or incorrect decision. Neither moral codes nor the strength of his affections for one or the other party could determine what to do. Rather, the student had to invent his own solution to the problem. On the other hand, the famous Sophie's Choice mentioned earlier is a classic example of prohibition dilemmas. Finally, in single agent dilemma, the agent ought, all things considered, to do A, ought, all things considered, to do B, and she cannot do both A and B. In other words, the moral agent is compelled to act on two or more equally the same moral options, but she cannot choose both. For instance, a medical doctor found out that her patient has HIV. For sure, the medical doctor may experience tension between the legal requirement to report the case and the desire to respect confidentiality. Although the medical code of ethics acknowledges our obligation to follow legal requirements and to intervene to protect the vulnerable. In multi-person dilemma, on the other hand, the situation is such that one agent P1 ought to do a second agent P2 ought to do B, and though each agent can do what he ought to do, it is not possible both for P1 to do A and P2 to do B. According to Benjamin Labastine, the multi-person does not inasmuch as agents X, Y, and Z may possibly have chosen conflicting moral choices. That is, person X chooses A instead of B and C, and person Y chooses B instead of A and C, and so on and so forth. The multi-person dilemma occurs in situations that involve several persons, like a family, an organization, or a community, who is expected to come up with consensual decision on a moral issue at hand. A family may be torn between choosing to terminate or prolong the life of a family member. An organization may have to choose between complying with a wage law by cutting its workforce or by retaining its current workforce by paying them below the required minimum wage. The multi-person dilemma requires more than choosing what is right. It also entails that the persons involved reached a general consensus. In such a manner, the moral obligation to do what is right becomes more complicated in the multi-person dilemma. On the one hand, the integrity of the decision ought to be defended on moral grounds. On the other hand, the decision must also prevent the organization from breaking apart. That ends our discussion.
Yan, so yun po yung ating video presentation. And for us to be able to, so tingnan natin kung meron kayong naintindihan dun sa ating discussion and also yung ating kung yung siyang na video. Meron tayo dito ng questions na kailangan natin sagutin. Hmm, Yan, for this one. Learning assessment, itong number one na yung kailangan natin sagutin. Parang in your own words, define or what is your understanding about moral dilemma based on the um, discussion or the video that has been presented to you. So magtatawag po ako. Okay, so first one I see um, mamandak. Pakisagutan po yung question number one. Are you here po? Mamandak. Hello po, nandito ba yung umandap?
Hello po sir. Ay ma'am.
Yan, sagutan niyo po yung one. Based on the video that we watched, also the discussion here. So, what is moral or what is the definition of moral dilemma in your words?
So, ma'am, for me po, moral dilemma is situation na mahirap po mag-decide between moral principles.
Anong pinagkaiba nung moral dilemma dun sa parang nasa stressful situation ka lang, ano yung pinagkaiba niyo? Yes po, may naka-raise ng hand, Justin Perez.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. For me po, yung moral dilemma po ay or moral dilemmas rather, yun po yung mga situation na kung saan po na tayo pong mga person ay obligado na pumili po between sa dalawang choices na kung saan po is conflicting. Na kung saan po yung pong lahat pong yun ay hindi po morally acceptable. Then meron po situation na ang isang person po, ang person po ay ang tinatawag nating moral agent na siya pong humaharap ng choices between two or more options, pero hindi po niya kayang di po siya puwedeng piliin yung both. And the available options naman po ay mayroong undesirable moral consequences. And yung person na po, yun ay compelled po para to take the act and dapat po hindi siya makapag-avoid ng making na wrong choice. Yung pong video ay nag-discuss po ng different types po ng moral dilemmas, kagaya po ng prohibition dilemmas, kung saan po yung action po is prohibited but necessary. As well as yung single agent dilemmas naman po,
Mm.
po yung moral agent is compelled to do two equally valid but incompatible action. Yun po ay gumagamit na example po ng religious person with an ectopic pregnancy to illustrate po yung classic moral dilemma. Thank you po.
Ayan, okay, thank you po. So, how about the other naman? So, magbigay ka, Justin, ng number 1 to 49. Magbigay ka ng number from 1 to 49.
23 po.
Number 23 and 23 ay si Gahiran. So, same question, eto, yung number 1. What is your definition of moral dilemma in your opinion?
Hello
Gahiran.
po.
Yes.
So, yung definition ko po ng moral dilemma, upon my understanding po, napakalalim po kasi niyang dalawang word na po yan dahil po siya po ay parang trick po siya sa brain na tayo po ay papapiliin sa dalawang situation na yung isa po ay maaaring pabor sa atin, yung isa naman po ay maaaring pabor sa iba. In short po, parang in my opinion, yung moral dilemma po, it's just a matter of thinking kung ano po yung tama para sa'yo at kung ano po yung mali para sa'yo, then technically yun po yung pipiliin ng tao dun sa dalawang situation.
Ayan, sige. Thank you po. So, another answer, I want another answer. Magbigay ka ulit ng number from 1 to 49.
Ano po ma'am, number 13 po.
1-3, Carolino. Same question po.
Para hello po, good afternoon po.
Up.
Para po sa'kin, ang moral dilemma po ay para ka pong, stuck between situations na parehas pong mahirap gawin when it comes para pong when you face situation where you have to choose between two options, pero yung both options po na yun ay against your moral values or beliefs. Para pong, being a tricky situations where no matter what choice you make, you feel like you're doing something wrong po.
So, yun. So, ibig sabihin pala, kapag tayo ay nasa situation na tayo super stress, yung as in stress lang tayo na stress. Kumbaga parang, yun yung parang pinaka-moment natin parang, okay, pwede pa tayong mag-wind up, sige. So, na-stress tayo ngayon, so, ano gagawin natin? So, ano ba yung mga usual na ginagawa 'pag nai-stress tayo, 'di ba? Baka tayo sa labas, ta's magagaan na agad yung ating pakiramdam. Eh, how about yung kagaya ng mga experience or yung mga situation or yung example na pinakita kanina sa video, ano, like for example, yung dun sa may, parang ang setup, yung sa may world, something. Parang yung world na yung nagbigay sa'yo ng dilemma. Yung halimbawa ay nasa-set up sila ng parang German war gano'n, something ganyan, 'di ba, yung sa Auschwitz, na parang may anak siya, pangalan ni ate, pangalan nung Ana. May anak si Ana ng dalawa, tapos ay pinapapili siya na dapat dun sa dalawang anak niya may ipapadala siyang isang anak na ilalagay dun sa may gas chamber. Aware ba kayo dun sa nangyari dun sa Germany that time? So, para siyang Holocaust, ganyan. And then, ang naging option niya na lang is yung sa girl, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kung bakit yung girl yung pinili niya. So, kung kayo ay naku-curious, you can watch yung, movie na yun or documentary siguro. Sabay-sabay natin siya panood and then parang nakakaano siya, 'di ba? Bakit pinili yung batang babae kaysa dun sa lalaki niyang anak para i-save? Yan, so that mga gano'n yung reasoning, bakit kaya gano'n, 'di ba? And also yung sa example pa kanina na yung ang pangalan is si Lindsay, yung na-pregi, 'di ba? Yung parang meron siyang ectopic pregnancy. Tapos siya ang kanyang, beliefs, yung paniniwala niya is masama ang pumatay ng tao. Eh, what if na siya yung nabuntis, nagkaroon siya ng ectopic pregnancy. Yung ectopic pregnancy is parang wala naman may gusto nun na mangyari yung mga gano'ng ectopic pregnancy, 'di ba? Yung supposed to be made-develop kasi yung fetus doon sa uterus kasi yun yung normal, 'di ba? And sa ectopic pregnancy, na-develop yung fetus dun sa may fallopian tube. Yan, so kapag pinroceed yung kanyang, buntis na yun, well, siya ay ectopic pregnancy nga, may tendency na hindi ma-develop yung bata tapos mamatay din yung ina. So yun yung isang option niya or ipapa-abort niya yung isa. Yun yung isang option, magpapa-abort siya. Pero since yung kanyang belief is hindi ka nga puwedeng pumatay ng tao dahil masama yun, heinous crime siya, 'di ba? Pero come to think of it, na parang 'pag nagpa-abort ka maliligtas ka, magiging safe ka. Pero kapag pinroceed mo siya, mamamatay ka pareho ng baby mo, 'di ba? So, mahirap din talaga yung kapag mga ganyang situation, yung parang alam mong tama naman na gagawin na kailangan mong magpa-abort to save yourself and at the same time hindi mo siya kayang gawin dahil iisipin mo na parang, you just commit a murder din, 'di ba? So, 'pag mga gano'n siguro ay babalansehin mo na lang na, okey, kaysa kaming dalawa pareho mamatay, eh, di kahit isa na lang. Pero 'pag ine-explain mo siya parang 'pag iniisip mo, parang mali pa din yun, 'di ba? So, gano'n yung ating mga moral dilemma. Kumbaga, kahit ano yung mga piliin nating desisyon, it's always hindi tayo parang feeling natin hindi tayo naging fair or meron tayong mali pa ring ginawa. Gets po? Na-gets po ba yung, topic natin for ano, for this, module? Clear po ba yun? Ayan. Okay. And then next naman po is we have, module 3. So, medyo mabilis tayo ngayon kasi kailangan natin magmadali. Ayan. So, may papakilala ko sa inyo sa module 3. Ayan. So, for module number 3 naman,